Welcome to the 53rd episode of the Rundown Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Cousins. Brian's not going to be here with me today. He had surgery. We wish him well. But our new sidekick, Chris Dodson, is going to be with me today. He's going to be playing my puppet master. We have a huge show for you today. It's going to be a great show. Going to have a breakdown of Nationals, what happened in Daytona. Got some highlights to catch up with. Also, free agent moves and that you didn't see coming. We have some new coaches in some new places. Also, great big PFA announcement that just broke about 15 minutes ago. We're going to share it here with you live here on the show. I can't wait to talk to you guys. Don't miss out. Share. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the Facebook. As you know, catch us if you can. Let's go to commercial.
Pretzel crust from Little Caesars is the GOAT, the greatest of all time, until now. Because stuffed pretzel crust is even greater. That's right, we took that delicious pretzel crust with cheddar cheese sauce and stuffed it. Look at all that melted mozzarella greatness. Stuffed crust and pretzel crust, two fan favorites in one pizza. Oh yeah, we stuffed that GOAT. Large stuffed pretzel crust from Little Caesars, just $9.99 for a limited time.
Pizza.
What's going on, Chris Dodson? How you doing this afternoon here, 3 o'clock p.m. on my side of town? I know it's 3 p.m. on your side of town. But if you're on the East Coast, big news has just come in from the PFA. Huge.
Huge. I can't do the Trump voice. Otherwise, I would, but maybe I can get the wig. I don't know. I mean, but I can tell you when things are fake news.
Fake news.
We have the brand new fake news button right here. Anytime that we see fake news, it's coming out. The Trumpster himself.
I'm trying to get all the details in as we speak before I continue to make the announcement, but it is a great day for the PFA. It's a great day for the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to football, the Commissioner Duncan of the PFA, I'll just go straight to his post saying he received a lot of calls, heard a lot of voices, and now 2026 will be the Post National Championship Division. So if you're on the East Coast and you're playing pro advancement football and you have a team and you want to be a part of the PFA and what we're doing with the culture and how we're changing it, here is an opportunity for you to join the PFA East Coast Championship, National Championship Division. It is going to be its own entity. Now the PFA will have a PFA Midwest and a PFA East. And I'm excited about this, Chris. I mean, there's some good teams over there on the East Coast that are looking for a home, and I'm glad we're going to be able to provide one for them.
This is great, not only for the league, but for those teams out in the East Coast that need to have some notoriety, a good league to compete in. And this is a great advancement now for both parties. You've got Midwest teams that are great. You got some East Coast teams that are great. The only thing that's separating them is really Pennsylvania. You got the Appalachians, but you know what? There's some opportunity right there too. You know, you got Pittsburgh that's on the other side of it. You got Philly. So possibilities of some even more growth for both sides. This is huge.
Huge. And just to break it down even further, there's going to be a 3A and a 2A division. Also, there's going to be a 3A and 2A champion, of course. And then there's going to be two bowl champions, one for the Midwest and one for the East. We're going to have the Legacy Bowl here in the Midwest, and then we're going to have the Heritage Bowl in the East Coast. So that also is going to be giving a team an extra chance as far as it goes with our regional games. We've been trying to get more regional matchups. But I'm excited about this. There are some teams. Listen, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Okay,
No,
you don't
you
want to.
don't.
You don't want this train to take off and you're not aboard it. Okay, because I know for a fact there are some teams interested. I'm not going to put it all out there, but I will say this: you don't want to be the last one in, and you don't want to be the last one out. So
Facts.
pick up that phone. Okay, pick up that phone today.
Call the toll-free line.
Because this will be the inaugural season. Who doesn't want to be a first? You have a chance to be the first PFA East Coast champion. That'll go down in history forever when it comes to this league. And again, I keep telling people, Chris, this league is not going anywhere. We continue to grow. Even when you think we're not working, guess what? We're working. And it shows right here. And I'm just happy to be a part of it, Chris. Also, that's going to be, like you said, Eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, and Delaware. Looks like the commissioner also said he's going to. Wow. Yeah, that's quite of a spread. Commissioner said he's going to be doing a Zoom call where he's going to basically do like a preview, an open call for any and all teams in those areas to just kind of come and hear what he has to say, what his plan and his vision is for the league. And it's open to everybody. So, one thing about Commissioner Duncan, he's very transparent. And this is going to be open to all teams that want to be involved, even if you just want to, even if you want to be nosy. You know what I'm saying? Drop in, see how we do things, see how we do things over here in the PFA, because we are definitely bringing the culture to the East Coast, and I know that there are players and coaches and owners that are happy for that, man.
Now, I've been around, and this is my 21st season in semi-pro. Started all the way back in 2005, and things have progressively gotten a lot better in terms of communication, in terms of also playability too. What we're looking for are solid leagues out there, not just ones that have the most amount of teams, but the ones that actually have a backbone, that actually have rules and regulations in place, something that you can feel quality about. And also, it's peace of mind being a team to come into a new to them league, but having that great direction and the possibility of growth. I think this is a great fit. And Commissioner Duncan, we were on the chats with this week whenever this was going down, and the speed that this went down was pretty fast. I mean, this was, hey, we want to get something done. The other party was like, yes, let's make this happen. Here we are, man. Just like that.
Yeah, here we are. And it's not something I can say, Dodge, that we haven't been talking about. Is just like you said, the opportunity arose, you know what I'm saying? And what better time than now? What better time than now to do this? I know for sure there's some matchups that people would love to see happen out of this. Love to see happen out of this. And we want to be able to control that narrative, not to have to go to Florida to do it. You know what I mean? But to have it done in season is even better.
It's
because there's no stacking teams.
Right.
There's no stacking teams. There's no, everybody's going to be there. We're going to get your best. And that's what we at the PFA like things to be done. We like it. We like it. We like that.
Big thing. Yeah. And it's not going to take you, like you said, you don't have to travel all the way to Florida to make this matchup. It's going to be right on our back doorstep. I mean, this is big thing. A lot of people don't understand how big this is, because now you get the matchups with the short distance as opposed to traveling 1,500 miles just to play this game and with a stacked team. You're absolutely right, man.
Absolutely. We got some people in the chat. I got the live up here. Coach T. Sims, how you doing, sir? Coach Spina of the Brooklyn Seminoles, how are you doing, sir? Glad you were here this evening. He also said, Dots, he's a fan of the show. I quite was taken back by that. I appreciate it. I didn't know we had, that
we have fans.
Widespread, but, I appreciated that from him.
Love
I see Coach Kev from MCR also in the chat. Thank you guys for tapping in. And we appreciate everybody for tapping in. Please make sure you also go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to have some other great content that we're going to be talking about later that's going to be over on that channel. It's going to be accessible to you on Monday. But make sure you do, like always, and subscribe to our Facebook page, because this is where we begin. This is where we start. Dodson, I like to call them our rundowners. Those are whatever I call the fans of our network, the rundowners. You know, our day ones. I don't see Fred in here. Fred, you're missing your moment. Okay, Fred is our fanatic. He is our number one supporter of the show. He's always here, but he's late today.
You know, we need to have a shirt, that has for the rundowners, just for our fans, our true and loyal fans.
That's a good idea.
We
get some merch going.
Yes,
get
absolutely.
some merch going.
All right, hey, speaking of big things, we had a few bowl games that we really need to cover, because, man, I'll tell you what, there's just some good games, and some of them were kind of blowouts brought to you by Pampers. We'll get to that one. That's going to be the last game that some of you guys see. Yeah. But I do
brought to you by Pampers and Huggies.
Huggies, too, yes. And if you're on the budget...
Oh, there's Fred. There's Fred. Fred's in the chat now.
Fred's with us. All right.
Fred is with us.
But I will preface it, though.
It's not a good show, Dodge, unless Fred's here. So we're good. We're good.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. And just for our loyal fans out there, we're going to start bringing the Facebook here to where we can integrate and migrate all of your comments, the ones that are acceptable. We can actually have them shown for Q&As and stuff like that. So keep it coming, guys. We're going to make some improvements on the show that you guys are going to love. But I will preface it, though, that the last game that we're going to show up on there, I do have to say, I love these bowl games and all, but I was highly disappointed in the quality and the pay. We had to pay $22.09. That's what I paid to be able to watch this game and to try to record it, to get some highlights. And I don't think I've seen better Facebook Lives, just to put it to you that way. So if your expectations to have something really nice for these highlights on that last game, kind of throw them out the door. We did the best we could. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and
jump into it.
The Glass City. Let's talk about it.
Glass City took on the Tarpons out of Florida. Now, the Tarpons were already in mid-season, so this was kind of like an unfavorable game. But Glass City was up to the challenge. Go ahead and return the kickoff there to a nice, decent. They went down first and were able to put points on the board early with their quarterback play and wide receiver play. There he goes in for the touchdown, making two men miss. Do your dance. Able to get it done karate style. But the extra point was blocked by the Tarpons. Not able to scoop it up and score, but definitely able to keep points off the board for Glass City Tigers. Glass City Tigers went ahead and had the kickoff. Tarpons were able to get some good field position with this. And from there, he's going to be out there. He's going to be going. And almost gone, thanks to some key blockers and some good effort by the Tigers there, able to tack him down. But the quarterback for the Tarpons, he just happened to be too much today for the Tigers. He was able to run, he was able to pass, and he was able to do pretty much everything he wanted to do in this game. Here's a deep bomb. Nowhere in sight was a Glass Tiger within 15 feet of this receiver. And that's just kind of the day it was. Glass City ended up being down big at halftime. But I will say this, Glass City definitely put up a fight in that second half. Came out swinging. Just didn't have enough to catch up with the Tarpons. As you see on this play, he's going to go bananas. Got a receiver coming up to get the extra block. He's going to go 95 yards for the touchdown. That's the kind of day it was in Florida at the Tangerine Bowl for the Tigers. Tried to get a return here on the extra point. Had some blockers. Want to be able to take it down. Looks like he's going to be able to get it into the end zone for 2 points there for the Glass City. As you can see, that man was tired. Number 5 was everywhere on the field. On offense, defense, as you can see, and on special teams. That defensive line of the Tarpons came up strong, able to get the ball back and put it in the hand of their QB to do his thing as he does, able to find his receiver. Watch the hurdle on this one. Whoopsie! And able to get it for the touchdown. Again, Tarpon still hold that big lead against Glass City. They were just not able to catch up as they went through the entirety of this game. Glass City able to get the ball back. Throws a deep pass over two receivers right into the bucket. There goes number 5 again. Able to put up a touchdown. Like I said, he was everywhere in this game. Nice pass by the quarterback for the 2-point conversion. Bring this game to a 27-20 game. But that's about as far and close as the Tigers would get, and the Tarpons just started to take over from there. Too much speed. 18 takes the slant pass and takes it all the way to the crib. It doesn't seem like special teams was that big of a ego in this game, because neither team was able to get successful field goals until that one just went up there. Again, Glass City still fighting, but there's a fumble, and the big boy's rumbling. He's stumbling, and he's going to take it in for a Tarpon touchdown. Pirates take the lead 34-20. And again, Pirates are able to get the ball in close vicinity of the goal line. They go ahead and take it in, making this a 47-48. Able to get this field goal in, 48-20 ball game. Tigers still trying to fight, get a good return off the fumble, get picked up by their own man, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Like I said, Tigers didn't go down without a fight. Here for the 2-point conversion, he's wide open, takes it in, makes it a 28-48 game. Loman at quarterback was fighting strong, finds his man again, number 9, for a long-distance touchdown. The Tigers just didn't come with the flashy jerseys. They also came to put some points up in the air. But on the 2-point conversion, it's no good. Thanks to that D-line up front. Score ends up being 48-34 Pirates.
Man, what a contest. Both teams had big plays. Just, the Tigers didn't have the defense that they need to really stay in it, and they were kind of shut out a little bit early. Able to fight back, though. I give them that much. I mean, they were really trying to stay in it, but it was just a little bit too late.
Well, like I said, guys, the Tarpon Spring Pirates were mid-season. They were actually in season, so well-gelled machine, getting everything done, and they're a home team, so traveling was an issue for the Tigers. And even though they did travel light, like I said, they put up a fight, only getting the game within a 27-20 range, but just too much Tarpons towards the end. The quarterback, too much as far as a run, throw option threat, and the defense coming up with timely stops just kind of stymied the Tigers. But again, their first year going to Florida, learning lesson. Coach Henderson said that as well, but he was proud of his guys for, again, staying in the fight and being able to at least show some respect and get some respect from that Tarpons team.
Did you see number 9? He thought about going and doing the field goal dunk, right? But he got up there and was like, yeah, maybe not. He looked like he was questioning that.
I think he misjudged it. I think he thought it was a little lower and decided to go with the layup rather than the dunk.
Hey, let's take a look at what Flag City did. Here we go.
This was supposed to be a game. The Hitman against the Phantoms. Trash talk has been going on dang near the whole offseason. Phantoms started out a little rough there, hasn't been able to get the ball back to midfield, turn it over on their first possession, but the Hitman come back with a quick slant, and he's going to take this all the way to the crib. He thought so until the Phantom man was able to get him down on the ground. But that put them in the red zone. Hitman goes to their running back, which is their strong suit, and he's able to put it in for the first score of the game. Again, we thought there was going to be a lot of back and forth because the Phantom defense is definitely stacked to a T. They also added some new a couple new faces on that team as well for this championship game. But the Hitmen were able to dance around and find their way to the red zone, and every time they got there, they were able to put points on the board. That's another touchdown. Had some complications here on the field goal try, and almost went in for 2 points. I think if he had saw number 51 in the background there, he probably would have got the 2. Phantoms take over. We got Black Brady looking for a man deep, able to find him and get the Phantoms in scoring range to try to make this a game. Here with the read option, Black Brady's just go ahead and take it in himself, but he's down at the 1 yard line. Good job by the Hitman, able to keep him out of the end zone. But again, he takes it himself, calls his own number. He's able to roll over the big boys and get in for the Phantom score, making it a 6-13 game on the 2-point conversion. Not able to connect with his target, and that still has us at 6-13. Hitman get the ball back, trying to make something happen. Defensive line gets in, but able to find his receiver, drops it in the bucket. Down there, down on the red zone again on the 10-yard line. Again, third quarter action. Game was tight, and here's an interception by the Phantoms. Takes it out the end zone. It's going to be there at the 3-yard line where the Phantoms take over. Still in the game, still able to make this a contest and able to try to take over. But penalties and miscommunications for the Phantoms cause them to end up punting the ball. Hitman get the ball back, and they're able to get a touchdown score by their receiver. And he's going to make this a 21-6 game for the 2-point conversion. Is good by number 3 again. He was the man they looked for when they needed the most, the Hitman. And here comes Maurice looking. He's looking, trying to find a man. Points to the sky, tells a man to go, and he finds him. But look at number 3. Good God Almighty. Keeps him out the end zone, but gets a flag because he taunted him. Hey, I'm not mad at you. You gave him that work. But here on the play, tries to go for the touchdown and get him in there on 4th down, and it looks like it was no good. Hitman get the ball back, calls the quarterback's number, and he's able to jump in the penalty. Look at those big boys celebrate. Makes it a 27-6 game. Gets the block PAT, tries to stay in bounds, the running back, but arguably forced out, and that play is dead. Maurice gets the ball back early in the 4th quarter. Gets it off the Nye, and Nye does what he does best, takes it all the way through the turmoil and to the house, trying to spark some life into the Phantoms here early in the 4th, trying to give them something to build on. And here on the 2-point conversion, Maurice looks back, tries to find a man, but does unable to connect. And that's going to do it there in Orlando. Phantoms go down 27-12 to the Harenville Hitmen.
Man, another close one, but too little too late. You know, the travel sometimes can really be a big thing, but those guys, the Hitmen, came all the way down from Massachusetts, so you can't really blame it on the travel itself. But good job, though, anyway, you know.
Good job by the Phantoms. Great season. Second year being there. They won last year. I always tell people you can't win unless you're in the game. And they were there. They got invited. But just, again, come up short. And sometimes that's just how it is. But hats off to them and the great season that they had over at Flag City.
Absolutely. You know what? Just making it there is half the battle. It's something to build upon. So next year, get all your ducks in a row. Keep what matters. Get out there. Speaking of ducks in a row, or this case, Ravens in a row for the national championship. Number 1 versus number 2, the Oklahoma City Bears, and all the shit talking that came from Kevin Cox's past week. Will it matter? Let's find out.
This was for it all. The Ravens, the Bears, the Standard, the Ravens way. Kickoff went to the Bears first. They had received the ball, got good field position, had to go up against that Ravens defense, was able to force a punt. Ravens kicked the ball. Lawrence Webster back at quarterback, hands it off. Look at that hole, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like Jesus had parted the Red Sea himself, and that running back goes all the way down into Bear territory on the first play of scrimmage. Webster back again, takes the handoff, drops it off to his receiver, and he has a convoy for a touchdown. I know it seemed like those were 2 plays, but it was 2 plays of them, gentlemen. The Ravens made it look that easy on their first possession, and they went up 6-0. Bears get down there and actually have a great field goal kicker who's able to put it through the uprights to make it a 6-3 game. Ravens get back deep into territory, run the ball again behind that huge offensive line, and able to take it in for the score here in the second quarter. That made it 12-3 Ravens. 14-3, here we are in the third quarter. Ravens, Torrance Webster has the ball, takes the snap, looks to the side, but then goes deep. You see the man on the Bears said, man wide open, hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man. Into the end zone to score for the Ravens, and now the rout begins. Bears try to go for a field goal again and are able to get it blocked and recover it before the Ravens get it to take it back for a touchdown. Nothing seemed to work right for the Bears all day. Here the Ravens again, behind that massive offensive line, went in untouched in the fourth quarter, makes this score 27-3. And now this is when the Bears just totally just give up. Watch this play, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to go inside. He's going to go outside. He's going to break a tackle, break another tackle. He breaks another tackle, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Talk about taking a man's heart out of his soul, or his soul out of his heart. One of the two, both of them happened on that play. Here we got a bad snap by the Ravens. Bears try to pick it up, but nothing coming from it. Still down 26-3 in the fourth quarter. Torrance Webster back for the snap, trying to figure out what happened to the standard. The golden standard, they say. It seems that the Ravens' way was better, as that ball is caught deep into Bears territory. Final score for the national championship 3A USA Bowl, 38-3. This was a USA Bowl national game, not a national championship, I apologize. But it was against the number 1 and the number 2 team. And the golden standard became the silver standard in that game.
Or a golden shower, because the way that they talked all week long, they ended up with nothing but bear scat. So big talk, you got to back it up. Now, I will say that their kicker, David Goodson, I've known him for a long time. He holds the semi-pro football record in kicks. It is a massive, and he's still doing it. I mean, he's been doing this since 2012. So he's an old man on there, but he's still got the leg. That's about the only offense that they saw all game long. The defense, don't know what happened. Did they drink the night before? Were they partying? Did they get a little bit too cocky? Possibly.
Well,
the Ravens.
All I can say is, Chris, they bragged about beating the Ravens 5-6 years ago. The Ravens had this on their mind. The Ravens wanted this game. The Ravens wanted to prove a point, and by God, they did.
They certainly did.
That bear, it goes to the joke where they say, if you see me in the woods fighting a bear, help the bear. And the Ravens definitely proved that point.
Well, we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to come back. We got a lot to cover in terms of transactions, who's going where, new coaches, all that fun stuff, right when we return right after this.
I can feel the warmth deep down in my bones. I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
Love brings us here. Together's where we all
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back as we are getting ready for our third and final segment here on the Rundown Podcast. I'm Chris Dodson, your co-host, brought to you by the PFA, and I'm in the studio again with Chris Cousins. No, not necessarily a cousin, but we could be blood related way down the line. I mean, who knows? It could be cousins. I don't know. I'm just the light-skinned version.
I got a white auntie, Chris, so it's possible.
It's possible. I do have a question. Do you like seafood etouffee?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we might be related in it. I think we are related in it. Close enough to me. Anyway, so we were talking about some of the matchups and everything that we've seen so far. Some of the transactions, that we've seen. Let's kind of get right into it and talk about them.
Well, here we have the Michigan Bills hiring new head coach Daryl Smitty. Comes from a good background of football knowledge and winning. And when I talked to Mike Anderson, the owner, he said this is the new direction that the Bills wanted to go with and go into the future, and he was the man for the job. Also with the Bills, they signed none other than Mr. Move the Chains himself, Kevin Mahone, from the Motor City Rams of last year. This is a big to-do. He was the man last year, has been the man for the last 2 years that he has been with the Motor City Rams. They call him Mr. Move the Change for a reason. He's been to 3 championships and been to 3 national championships. He's been the MVP in all of them. But now he takes his talent to the Michigan Bills. We wish him the best of luck. And if you're trying to be a Michigan Bill, their first official practice is going to be January 31st. It's going to be at Total Sports Farmington, 22777 Farmington Road. Must be there or be square. $10 must be paid up front. Each player is to be dressed and on the field by 8:20. If you want to be a Michigan Bill, join the Bill Mafia. This is where you want to be on the 31st. Now, speaking of BTA, they also have made a move from the playing field to the front office and on to the coaching staff. Goes Derek Newsom. He has going to be the assistant head coach and going to be the full-time defensive coordinator for the Rams and the BTA boys. I'm so happy for him. He played a good part and role in them winning the championship year before last and always has been a great player. Can't wait to see what he does on the sideline with that defense that has been unstoppable this last 2 years. Next up, if you want to be a BTA boy, practice Sunday, February 1st at 5 p.m. is their official first practice. Contact the Motor City Rams page, inbox Derek Newsom for the site and location. But here's your opportunity. If there was any, if you want to join the BTA boys, also known as 2AU, Sunday, February 1st is their official practice. As we keep it moving and grooving, let's head down to Lima, where the Warriors keep it grinding. The Warriors are looking to build off last season. They have done great jobs this offseason with their marketing and media, and they're going to have a practice on January 24th from 7 to 10 at Fast on 3477 South Dixie Highway in Lima, Ohio. If you need any other information, please contact the Lima Warriors on Facebook or reach out to the PFA, and we will gladly put you in contact with the right people. But here's your chance to be a Warrior, and as always, they say, be legendary. Now, next up, this is a big deal for this team here, being able to get this young man, the Surge, and a big free agency move, have found their quarterback in Jashawn Adele. In 2023, he first played for the Michigan West Patriots. He won the conference championship, going 14-0. Also won league quarterback of the year. His total record at quarterback is 25-5. Passing for 4,200 yards and 35 touchdowns. Rushed for 14 and only threw 10 interceptions and had 800 yards in just 2 seasons. This is a big move for the Surge as they are joining the PFA this year, and they have found their man to lead their way. Also, don't forget that the Surge are going to be going to Florida, Miami, Florida, that is, to play against the Palmetto Hurricanes in a national bowl game. It's the Hall of Fame game in Florida. It's going to be February 14th in sunny Miami, Florida at 4 p.m. We wish the Surge the best of luck and hope they bring home the championship that's well deserved. Moving on to Flint, also in Surge news, Mr. Jordan Walter Sr. himself. We want to wish him congratulations, and he is on his way to be a participant in the AFLE in Europe next year, which is the American Football League European Football League. He's going to be in the draft as a rookie. He has the opportunity to be drafted by a team over there. We wish him the best of luck, and I know the team does as well. But also in his news, he will be taking his talents from the Surge to the Ravens in 2026. He put out an Instagram post thanking the Grand Rapids organization for the past 5 years of playing there, but he wants to take his talents and take it all the way to the Detroit Ravens. The 50 Boys have found themselves a new secondary player as they're looking to be losing some secondary members such as Jose and Wales in the backfield, but they have this newcomer in Walton Sr. and also Meach Jester to head up that young group of men in the back end of their defense. Also, let's talk about 2025 Semi-Pro Game Day All-American. None other than Jose Morris, the safety from Detroit Ravens, was able to make the all-defensive team, as well as Demetrius Jester was able to make the team as well for the Ravens on the All-American team as well. Delvin Wales, again, linebacker from the defense, able to make the Semi-Pro Game Day All-American team as well this past season. And wide receiver, Detroit Ravens, A.J. Smith, able to make the offensive team this year for them. And none other than Torrance Webster, one of the best quarterbacks to do it in the nation, was named All-American as well. And also coming up on the defense, we will be refused to remit Takari Johnson, who was our MVP Defensive Player of the Year in the PFA, makes the All-American team here this year for the Motor City Rams. Speaking of new coaches, offensive new coach for the Phantoms is now Tyler Parker. He's been around the team for quite some time, even back to when they were the Finley Knights. And he was with them for 3 years. Now he rejoins Adam and the crew to lead them into a bright future for the 2026 season. And leading the helm, now at head coach, he's been their defensive coach for the last few years, but Mr. Michael Jimenez is now taking over the helm as head coach for the Flag City Phantoms. We wish him nothing but the best of luck, and we know that he is a strong leader of men and a good man for the job. And last but not least, we have one more bowl game, and that's going to be the Cincinnati Hawks, who was our 2A national champion for the PFA last year, going up against the Union County Hornets. That's going to be in sunny Miami, Florida, February 14th at 7 p.m. This is the national 2A championship game. If Cincinnati Hawks win it in their first year back, they will be crowned the 2A national champions. And that'll do it for all the news transactions that we have so far there, Chris. That was a lot.
That was quite a bit. We covered it in seamlessly way. I mean, it was smooth as butter. You did a great job, man.
I appreciate it. Listen, I try to keep up with everything, but sometimes it just gets too much.
It can be quite a bit there for sure. But you know, Sunshine Bowl coming up. You know, the Hornets. These guys, we still got a lot to go. We still have a lot to cover in the off season, which is kind of turning on the new season. It's really weird how they kind of lap over, but interesting. Anyway, long story short, lots to cover here coming soon. And the interview that you're going to be doing with the head coach of the Ravens, I'm looking forward to. When are we going to drop that down, Chris?
Well, I was able to sit down with National Coach of the Year, T. Sims, also National our national champion here in the PFA and the USA Bowl. I sat down with him last night. We had a great conversation, and we talked about a lot of things, his coaching style. We talked about the game. We talked about his legacy, and that's going to be dropping on our YouTube channel on Monday. Still have to do some editing and things of that nature, but it was a great conversation to actually sit down with Coach and able to just pick his brain and see where his mind was at, and just kind of talk about some other things other than just straight football, how he's a leader of men, not only for these men of the Ravens, but also he coaches a high school team, Bradford and Detroit, and how he's really being a real role model, if I should say correctly, to those men and teaching them and bringing them up. And that's something that we need nowadays with our youth. Also, I had the pleasure of speaking with Meach Jester as well from the Detroit Ravens. And we'll drop that interview next week as well. Great young man, positive attitude. He's new to the PFA for a few years, but he's a young guy, and that's why I say he's new. He's a young guy, and I like his energy, and I like that a lot of these teams are not recycling players. They're going there recruiting, and they're getting new, fresh faces that we can talk about. They actually have a chance to take their talents to another level. And Meach is one of those guys. He has a lot of juice still left in the tank, and he's doing what he needs to do to try to get those opportunities that we provide for him here in the PFA. So that interview will drop as well next week. But like I said, a lot more content that we're going to be doing, Chris, and a lot of it's going to be on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, here is your chance to go and subscribe. You'll see the full interview in full context. I know T. Sims wanted that for sure. He was like, "You're not going to cut anything out, are you?" I'll say, "No, sir. We're not going to cut it to tailor any type of narrative. We're going to play it in its full."
We're not
fake
news.
Fake news.
No fake news.
We're going to put it in its whole totality so everybody can see it and watch. And I was just glad to be able to sit down with both of those gentlemen last night and just spend some time talking to them.
Outstanding. Well, that kind of wraps up our show for the day. A lot that we covered, from highlights, scores, transactions. We got interviews dropping. There's going to be a lot more stuff going on in the off season, and then the on season comes on. Woo! I'm looking forward to meeting every team out there. Ravens for sure. I'm a big Detroit Lions fan, so I'm headed to Detroit here pretty soon. Kind of watch some of the guys and some things that are going on. I'll be reaching out to a lot of you also to do some of the other interviews on the Extra Point, and we're going to have a lot more segments coming down the road. Be a lot of fun. Well, for the Rundown Podcast, I'm your co-host, Chris Dodson, with Chris Cousins signing off. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next time.
Catch us if you can.